Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to go to the commissary for the first time in I don't know about 2 or 3 months, I'm guessing, to do a fill-in-the-gap payday prep. And I'll tell you what, while I was there, I stopped a young lady who was shopping and I said, I asked her, do you shop here often? And she said, yeah. And I'm like, have prices been going up lately? Because I haven't been here for a while and I've noticed that a few things have gone up in price quite dramatically. And she says, oh yeah, prices have been going up. So filling in the gaps, even at the commissary, is becoming more expensive nowadays, and it's becoming more expensive for the soldiers, mainly independents that shop at the commissary on a military base. For those of you that may not know what a commissary is, it's just like a supermarket that's within a military base that's there for the dependents and the soldiers that are serving within that area, and also retirees are allowed to shop in the commissary as well. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you everything that I got from the commissary to fill in the gaps. There were some things that were okay as far as the price, and there were some things that went up in price pretty good. And what I'll do is I'll leave the price of everything that I show you on the upper right hand corner. That way you can compare it to what it is that you pay where you live. I do have to admit that the prices of the commissary are a bit better than the prices out in town. Some things, the prices are much better. So let's go ahead and show you what I got and show you what I paid for each of these items. Now the first thing we'll start off with, ladies and gentlemen, I picked up a couple of packs of short ribs. And I have to say that the price is not terrible. This is choice short rib boneless, and per pound was $4.20, and it actually looks like a pretty good quality of meat. Now their meat department didn't have that much in it. I mean, it had enough, but it wasn't really stocked very well. I could only imagine that if everyone goes shopping there, that it'll be cleaned out in 15 minutes. That's about how much meat they had in their meat department, but not a terrible price. The rest of the meat, the quality, not the best, but the price is not bad. This is not really filling in the gaps. This is just something that we get. My wife likes Munster cheese, and I picked up a couple of bags of regular little bits of cheese here, some mild cheddar and some Colby Jack. And I believe, I'll leave the price in the upper right hand corner, but I believe that these were like $2.50 per. Got a couple bottles of ketchup, and this ketchup here is 100% natural, and the ingredients are actually pretty good. Take a look at the ingredients. So I picked up a couple of these bottles, and the price was not bad at all. I think it was $2 and change. I got 2 of those because we do go through ketchup. Probably one of those bottles every month. Every time I go there, I always pick up a couple of these diced tomato cans because we use these not on a regular basis, but I guess we go through one of these cans maybe once a month or so whenever my wife makes chili or we make a stew or something like that. So this is actually a pretty good brand. I believe that these come out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, all right, for those of you that live in Michigan. Not something that we had to have, but whenever I see a new kind of butter out there, ladies and gentlemen, I love my butter. So I have to pick myself up one just to see what it tastes like. If any of you have had this butter before, let us know in the comments if you like them or not. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the beans section or the legume section, whatever you want to call it, it has shrunk down to almost nothing. However, I have to say that the prices are not terrible when you compare it to the outside supermarkets. Remember that video that I did when I was in Safeway, and I think it was like $3 for a pound of dry beans or a pound of dry lentils. Well, I picked up 5 bags of these lentils because they were at a great price, $1.17, and each bag does bring a full pound of lentils. We actually have to check nowadays, ladies and gentlemen, to make sure that we're actually getting a full pound. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of one of those tubs of Tang. They've gotten shorter from the ones that we used to get before, and they cost about $1 or more. So now they're selling you less for more. But this is going to be happening everywhere eventually, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to end up paying more for less on almost everything. So stock up now because this is the time to stock up. And if you live near a military base and you have access to that base in the commissary, by all means, go over there and stock up on the things that you need now at a better price than what you can get it. In most cases, Now, I picked up a couple of different broths. This was a chicken broth that I picked up, and I do believe that this one's all natural. This was actually on clearance because it's about 4 months away from the best buy date, so it was only $1 and change. Whereas the beef broth that I normally use, and this is actually a pretty good beef broth. It's like the Commissary store brand. This was $1.84, I think. I'll leave the price on the upper right-hand corner, but this is a pretty good beef broth. But I do remember when they first introduced these into the store, they were like $1.05 or $1.09, something like that. So it's gone up in price a pretty good amount. Now, I wasn't able to record while I was in there, but I was able to take a few pictures. There was a lot of employees. It was still early in the morning, so a lot of employees were stocking and stuff like that and cleaning up. And I did pick up 4 cans of cream style corn. We use this here on a regular basis. I remember that when we first started buying these at the commissary, this brand right here, it was like 54 cents, and now you're looking at like 98 cents. I did get lucky though. I did get some Chef Boyardee. If you all remember how much the Chef Boyardee was at Safeway when I did that Safeway video, I think it was $2.59 or something like that. Pretty expensive. I did pick some up for about $1 each after I was able to take advantage of a coupon. So I ended up buying 4 of these little mini raviolis for about $1.09 a piece. But I will put the price in the upper right-hand corner of what I paid for it after the 25 cents off each. Now on the Chef Boyardee, they didn't have any spaghetti and meatballs, and their shelves there were pretty bare on Chef Boyardee and this type of product. Now, ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that I do is every time I go to the commissary, I make sure that they have some Malta. If they have some Malta, I go ahead and grab a case because this is one of Billy's favorite drinks from Frontier Preppers. So I pick up a case and gift it to him because if you buy this out in town, it is like 3 times more expensive. Now, the last thing, ladies and gentlemen, that I picked up was I picked up 6 of these scallop potatoes. This is actually what I went to the commissary for because Little Miss Alaska Prepper loves these. And I like them as well. We all like these, but she really likes this. So I was like, you know what? Let me go to the commissary, see if they have them there. They probably have them at a bit of a better price than they do out in town. I really don't know how much they are out in town because I've never really shopped for them out in town. But I believe this was like $1.29 or something like that. I'll leave the price in the upper right-hand corner. And they also had some of the larger boxes. That's about 3 ounces more. So I ended up picking up 6 of the smaller boxes and 6 of the larger boxes. And now we are stocked up and our preps are filled in. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you how important it is for you to fill in your gaps. If you are prepped up, if you have all of the preps that you think you need, don't let your gaps get too deep. Meaning, don't be using your stuff up and feel comfortable that those same things that you're using up are going to be available in the supermarket when you need it. If you have a gap, fill it in now while the prices are still reasonable, I would say, for the times that we're living in, but more importantly, while it's still available. And if it's things like this is more like comfort food. Remember that you need variety. You need comfort foods. During times of stress, you're going to need to fall back on those things that you really enjoy. That way, it will bring down your stress level. All right, think about it. It's SHTF and you're fighting for your lives. Wouldn't some scalloped potatoes or loaded potatoes be really good with a big, thick chunk of Spam? Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. I hope you got something out of this. The message here is fill in your gaps. Things are going to continue to get more expensive. They're getting more expensive in the commissary. I could imagine that about a year from now, not only are there going to be a lot less things for you to pick from, but they're going to be a lot more expensive. And I noticed that even here in this commissary, that things are getting more expensive. I'm very lucky to have the commissary available to me. I really don't enjoy going on base, but every once in a while I like to go in there to fill in on the things that I can't find anywhere else and to possibly get a better price than I would out in town. Having said that, I hope you have a great day. Remember to be good to each other. When good people do good things happen. Remember to reach one, teach one, and repeat. If we all did this, the world would be a better place, and you know that it will be a better place. Many blessings to all of you and your families. I'm Alaska Prepper. I'm out. God bless.